Hello everyone of the Cathedral Parish. This is Father Peter coming to you from within the cathedral. We're getting ready for Christmas. In fact, right over here, we already have the platform in place. You can already kind of in your mind's eye picture the nativity scene that will be there. In fact, it should be there the next time you're here. We already have some of the Christmas trees, other decorations going up. I know in your own home, you're already doing the same. In fact, it was probably done right after Thanksgiving. I'm really hoping that you already are figuring out which of the Christmas Masses you wish to attend. I want to let you know about the Christmas Masses that we have here at the Cathedral Parish this year, and especially since our bishop will be at two of them. Now this year, it's like no other year, as we all know. This year is probably going to entail some sacrifice for you and your family with regards to the decision to attend whichever particular Mass. Now, the bishop and the governor, obviously, they want us to be at 50% capacity. That's our target goal. Normally, I mean, you can imagine the cathedral so filled to capacity and beyond, especially the 4 p.m. Christmas Eve Mass. I'm used to all of these chairs, like 200 chairs going up all around. This year, there will be no additional chairs. This year, we're at 50%. The fire marshal tells us that 650 people can fit in here, so that means 325, even though we're accustomed to something more like 1,000. And this year, we will have to be very strict with regards to the number of people who are able to be here inside the cathedral. There will be people at the entrances with tickers. Those little clickers, keeping track of the number of people coming in. So, as you're trying to figure out which Mass to attend, keeping in mind that it will probably entail some sacrifice, and maybe you're breaking a family tradition that you've had going on for a number of years. Well, again, this is the 1-year exception that I'm really asking you to do so. So, the 4 p.m. Mass. The 4 p.m. Mass is really, really meant for families with younger children. Those who have younger children, they need to get back, they need to have them have their dinner and then get in bed. So at 4 o'clock, I'm expecting to look out here and see families with younger children. The 6 o'clock Mass, Bishop Malone will be here for that. So if you're accustomed to going to the 4 o'clock Mass, how about considering going to the 6 o'clock Mass? Be here with the bishop for his first Christmas Mass as our bishop. We will also have a Mass at 8 o'clock. For those of you who don't mind, just a little bit later and help alleviate the overcrowding that we are already anticipating, come to the 8 o'clock Mass. Some of you, I'm sure, you want to be at the midnight Mass. And it will be a beautiful midnight Mass. Yes, it begins at midnight, and Bishop Malone will have that Mass as well. So please consider coming to that. For all of the Masses, we need to wear our masks and properly sanitize. We're going to socially distance, everything along those lines. Now, I have added also a 9 a.m. Christmas morning Mass. 9 a.m. We're not accustomed to that time. So I'm not really expecting many people, but why don't you consider it? Especially if you don't have the little kids at home. They're opening up their presents. You come here to the Mass. In fact, this Mass will probably be known for its, how can I say it? Like its noble simplicity. We're not going to have music. We won't have the organist. They're going to be playing for the midnight Mass. They'll probably still be asleep at 9 a.m., getting ready for the 11 a.m. So it should be quieter. If you're afraid of being in a setting in which there are many people, I highly encourage you to consider coming here to the 9 a.m. Christmas Day Mass. And then we have the 11 o'clock Mass. It'll be with the full choir, the organ, and everyone. I'm not expecting it to be super full, especially with the 9 a.m. Mass, so you may wish to consider coming then as well. A couple of things I want you to keep in mind. This year, we will not be able to allow anyone to reserve any seats. Oftentimes people will come in, one person will reserve a pew that's meant for 10 people. This year, again, as I said, there will be people at the entrances clicking, and once we hit the number, then what we will do, and this is important for you to hear, especially the 4 o'clock group, as soon as we hit capacity, we will have to close the doors, and then we will point you in the direction of St. Michael the Archangel Chapel. We will have a screen in there. We will project everything that is going on here at Mass. You will still be participating at Mass. You will still stand, sit, kneel. You'll do the responses. From the altar, a minister of Holy Communion will take Holy Communion to you so that you can receive Holy Communion there. If that becomes too full, then you will be directed to go to the multi-room, where we will have everything set up there as well for the overflow crowd. So you can really see why I'm really hoping that many of you will choose to go to a Mass other than the 4 o'clock Mass. Sunset on Christmas Eve is 5:15. 5:15. The Mass will just barely be concluding at that time. So for those of you who are insistent that you need to be at a Mass in which it's daylight hours, you can't drive at night, well, you might be able to arrive here during daylight hours, but it's already sunset by the time Mass ends. So again, I really strongly encourage you in a spirit of sacrifice to come to one of the other Masses. Now, I know that there are going to be plenty of people who are not going to see this video or who haven't heard my message by means of a pulpit announcement, who are going to show up. I mean, obviously, we don't want to do anything to turn anyone away from a Christmas Mass. Could you imagine? No. But also remember the whole notion that Christmas is a season, and there's an octave of Christmas, the 8 days. So if you can't literally make it on Christmas Day, since there is no obligation, and you are afraid of being in a congregation where the church may be up to 50% full, why don't you consider coming one of the other weekdays? Be here, be with your family, be here multiple days during the octave of Christmas. What a wonderful gift that you'll be giving to yourself and to everyone else. I am so looking forward to having a wonderful celebration of Christmas. I know we all want 2020 to be in our past, but let's not forget that we still have a great opportunity to celebrate with joy the ending of the Advent season and the beginning of the season of Christmas. So it's my prayer, my hope that we all have a good, safe, healthy celebration of Christmas this year. Let us all do our best to prepare Him room. We're preparing Him room in our hearts, in our souls. And there's no reason why, even though this year has been a very difficult one for so many of us, why this can't be the best Christmas ever. Let's make it so. Let's work on that together as a cathedral parish. God bless you.